So, picture this out. You're floating in deep space, staring at the stars, when suddenly your ship explodes because your body forgot to reroute the power. That's jump space in a nutshell. Okay, maybe not exactly. And I'm not even sure if there's a moment where your body has to reroute the power. But you get the idea. Today, we're diving into Jump Space, the debut title from Keepsake Games, a Swedish studio that somehow made Unity do things Unity wasn't supposed to do 10 years ago. Spoiler alert, it's impressive. Keepsake Games was founded in 2021 in Stockholm by a group of industry veterans. We're talking people who worked on Hazelight's co-op titles, Mojang's projects, Mirror's Edge, and even Coffee Stain Publishing. That's a stacked resume. The studio started with just 5 people but has grown to around 16 developers, if I counted them right. Their philosophy is simple. Make games that feel like shared memories, something you and your friends talk about years later. And with Jump Space, they're aiming high. This is their first title, and instead of playing it safe with a small indie project, they went straight for co-op space survival sim. That's like deciding your first cooking experiment will be a 7-course Michelin dinner. Bold, risky, but if it works, unforgettable. I've only played the prologue so far because, my friends like to play Pokemon instead. You know who you are. The design is cohesive, the assets fit the theme, and the whole thing feels polished in a way that screams big team energy. And here's the kicker. It's all built in Unity. 10 years ago, Unity was the engine you used for quirky 2D indies or mobile games. Now it's powering a full-on space co-op sim with seamless transitions between piloting, shooting, and exploring. That's a massive leap. The prologue sets the tone well. You're introduced to the ship systems, the multi-tool, and the sense of scale. It's not just about shooting enemies, it's about managing chaos with your crew. And that's where the game shines. Jump Space is a mission-based co-op for 1 to 4 players. You and your crew take on roles aboard a spaceship, juggling, piloting, repairing, manning turrets, and then hopping out for on-foot exploration or even spacewalks. The seamless transition between ship and FPS gameplay is one of its strongest features. It reminds me of Barotrauma, but in 3D, with more dynamic systems. You'll be repairing hull breaches, defending against boarders, and ferrying loot back to your ship while trying not to suffocate in the void. The ship itself is a character, with upgrade paths that make you feel invested in its survival. But here's the catch. The inventory system is stingy. 4 slots. 1 permanently taken by the multi-tool. That means constant back and forth trips to the ship, which kills the pacing. It feels like artificial padding rather than meaningful challenge. Let's talk reviews. On the positive side, people love the technical execution. The ship upgrades are fun, the movement feels smooth, and the core loop is addictive. It even runs decently on a Steam Deck. But then there are the negatives. Some players report losing connection in more than half their mission, with no way to rejoin mid-session. That's brutal for a co-op game. Content variety is another issue. Right now, there are only a handful of mission types, and the environments start to feel repetitive. The robots sometimes act like they've had too much space beer, and the multi-tool animations get old fast. These are small things individually, but together they chip away at immersion. This is early access, so rough edges are expected. The developers have been clear that this is just the beginning. The roadmap promises more mission variety, improved AI, and expanded systems. And honestly, the foundation is strong. The seamless transition between ship and FPS gameplay is technically impressive, and the core loop is fun. The risk is that players burn out before the content expands. Some reviews already mention boredom after a dozen hours. That's not unusual for early access, but it's something that devs need to address quickly. Jump Space is ambitious, and ambition always comes with a risk. The potential is huge, but so are the expectations. Personally, I think Keepsake Games has built something that could last for years if they keep refining it. My only real fear is that server issues could sink the experience before they find its footing. But if they nail the stability and expand the content, this could be one of those games you and your friends have talked about for years. And they maybe end up making a movie about it. So, what do you think? Have you tried Jump Space yet? Or are you waiting for more updates before diving in? Let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching.